Shalom and good day, all. This is Tehillim29 back again for another anime live action review of episode 8 of One Piece. To which it's called The Worst in the East in the episode, and the synopsis that it gives us is the Straw Hat crew strives to take down Arlong and the Fishmen once and for all. After a tense family reunion, Luffy inches closer to his dreams. And I must admit, this episode has absolutely sold me to definitely checking out this manga series. So I guess it's time for me to move into my written notes in relation to this particular episode. So we'll start off with the first part, which covers the first act, which is around 30 minutes. The second act covers the last 19 to 20 minutes. So starting with a flashback, we see a little bit more with Nami's past and how she got the tattoo as a servitude to Arlong. Whilst this is happening, we see Cocoa Village being destroyed by Arlong, not only in the present, but also how he plays a part in the destruction of it in the past. We get to see Luffy and his crew offer to help Nami out as she actually goes out of her way to ask for help once and for all. Not long after that, we have Garp and his crew talk to a character known as Nezumi, who is sort of like a mouse-type species in this universe, who leads the regime in this particular region. Luffy and crew finally take on Arlong and help Nami out, and Nami leaves Luffy's side temporarily to just go and get some more help as Luffy goes into round 2 with Arlong, and it's really nice to see that actually take place. Whilst this is happening, they do bring Buggy along, and he also helps to help Zoro and Sanji in one particular fight, but of course, Buggy decides to leave them alone and flee instead of fight. Hopefully we'll get to see him actually fight, maybe in some later new episodes of the new season, and see what happens, of course. The fight between Arlong and Luffy continues until he practically brings down the house. And finally, the fight between Zoro, Sanji, and one of Arlong's henchmen is finished. Usopp as well defeats one of Arlong's henchmen. Whilst this is occurring, Nami finds the rest of Luffy's crew, and they begin to go out of their way. Garp with the Marines decide to move into Cocoa Village, to which a small family feud to eventually a reunion happens between the characters. It was really nice to see in that sort of scene there, to which we also see even Kirby wanting to keep to his code in wanting to bring basically better Marines, and in Luffy's case, better pirates. Jumping into Act 2, Nami goes off to her mother's grave, to where she shares her thoughts with her and also with us in its own way. She catches up with her sister, to which she reminds her that she still has a place at the Cocoa Islands. A little bit after that, we do catch up with Kobe, who catches up with Luffy, to which a small little spoiler, we get to see a wanted poster for Luffy now. Shanks also gets a visit from Mihawk. Kobe and his fellow cadet are to get training from Garp, and the episode ends with quite a list of surprises, to which I'm not going to completely mention in this. Moving into my area of the afterthoughts, to be completely honest, I wasn't too sure how this last episode was going to end. and if I was going to enjoy it. Well, you want to find out? It's now time to pretty much move directly out of my afterthoughts straight into the rating. So, for the main characters in this particular episode, where in the past I've given them a lot of 8s to even some 7s, an 8.5 out of 10. For the supporting characters, even though with what short time they sort of like had for this episode, I gave an 8.5 out of 10. One thing that I have really been enjoying in this series, which really makes this series great and amazing, and that is the soundtrack for each of these episodes, to which I also give an 8.5 out of 10. There is one time where it did get a 7.5 out of 10, but for this one, an 8.5 out of 10. Now, moving into last but not least, the story rating, I was thinking originally of maybe giving it an 8.5 out of 10, but after watching the rest of the episode through, I'm afraid to say that 8 turned into a 9 out of 10 from me. Well, until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day. I'm going to do one more video after this one, which will be a bit of an overlook of the series. And I'm thinking whether or not I might want to do maybe another video after that one, maybe discussing my favourite characters, what I liked in the series. If you'd like to hear that, please let me know, and I'll try to do my best to get a video out as soon as possible. And I've got some questions for the audience. What was your favourite episode out of all of these episodes altogether? Who was your favourite characters in the episodes? Like if you have a favourite character that stands out in one episode, let me know that character. And if you're someone who has been reading the manga, please let me know what volume or chapter that you are presently at right now, because I would love to hear how much enjoyment you are getting out of this series as much as I got out of checking out this series. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day. And please stay tuned for one more video which will come out after this one, which will be the overview of the season and the overall rating of the season as a whole. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.